Welcome to Horrorphobia,
Oh my God! He made it!
a spooky movie review podcast for the horror lovers and the horrorphobics alike.
Never saw them titties.
Watch your profanity.
I can't imagine why.
Those fucks.
Destroy the child.
Learn your lesson. We have to have some Halloween spirit.
Show us your balls or get the fuck out!
Without further interruption, let's celebrate and suck some dick.
Hey there, you pig fucks, and welcome to Horrorphobia, a spooky movie review podcast for the horror lovers and the horrorphobics alike. I'm your host, Jake. Next to me is my wife, Emily.
I have my own microphone now.
Yay!
Across the microphone, we have our friend, Ryan.
I have always had my own microphone. Yay!
Yay!
Across this slutty microphone, we have our friend Ian and Jake.
And here's my microphone.
My microphone, and I've always had it. I'm a big boy.
We are a group of lifelong friends who review horror movies. Why horror movies? Because Nazi punks can fuck off.
And I have low T.
We have a great episode for you today. This week's episode is 2016's Green Room. First, we will do our movie synopsis, then we'll do our spoiler for review, and then we'll get everyone's score for the film. We review on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a 10 being up. Then Ryan, acting as our resident scaredy cat, will rate the spook factor of the film.
And then we will go to our spoiler-filled walkthrough of the film.
And I will be providing behind the scenes information.
And I'll be providing a critical reception.
And I'll do the monies. Talk about the monies and our own likes and dislikes of the film.
And then after the review, we're all going to play a game. I'm not going to say what game it is because we're going to decide.
Oh.
Maybe we'll do both. Maybe we'll do just one.
Yeah, we'll see what we're feeling later.
And then after the game, we're going to go to the Horrorphobia wheel and decide next week's film. So as I said before, this week's movie is 2016's Green Room. Here is the synopsis. A punk rock band is forced to fight for survival after witnessing a murder at a neo-Nazi skinhead bar. Here's my review. Green Room is a violent and tension-filled thriller. Movies like this always sparks the debate of the difference between thrillers, horror movies, and the films that fit perfectly in the center of that Venn diagram. As a podcast, we try very hard not to be gatekeepers in that debate, in the same way that we wouldn't patronize to people that have less than traditional fears or phobias. If you feel that something belongs in the horror category, then that's where it belongs. The people that will talk down to you as the arbiters of horror films can go fuck themselves right on top of their Dorito-dusted throne of superiority. Green Room is a well-written thriller that has very little fat to trim. The pacing of the film is damn near perfect. The actors are believable, and so are the choices of the characters that they're playing. One of the standouts about this film is that the violence in it is nauseatingly believable. When someone brings this film up in conversation, that's usually where my mind first gravitates towards. The second thing is the absolutely menacing antagonist played by Patrick Stewart. His character is calm, calculating, and most importantly, vicious. I love this film, and it was such a delight to watch again to review for the podcast, but I guess maybe I should save my thoughts for someone who gives a shit. That's why I'm giving this film 8.5 bar chock full of Browning logo tattoos out of 10. Because there were so many guys that had Browning logo tattoos in that bar.
Wait, what's a Browning logo?
It's like the antler, you see white
The two antlers?
Yes.
Okay. Not the real tree one,
Not real tree.
but with the two antlers.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sure there are real tree ones too.
White trash tattoo.
Maybe the joke should have been real tree logo tattoos.
That's what I pictured in my head when you said
Okay.
it. But we did have to clarify. So was it a good joke?
Yeah, I mean, it was better than it was better than Ryan's one during Cummins. At least we have that.
8 out of 10
Still hurt.
glass balls.
Still hurt.
Well, how about you fight through that and tell us about Green Room?
Green Room is a film that asks the question, is punk truly dead? Is playing a show to Nazi fucks to keep the dream alive worth the trouble? Or should we have just bit the bullet and put our shit online and let go of any notion of nonconformity or righteousness? That being said, Modern Kids is releasing their first full-length album on Spotify very soon. Be sure to keep an eye out for it. I absolutely love the cinematography of Green Room.
Shameless.
I absolutely love the cinematography of Green Room. The camera work was smooth and the framing and focus was used masterfully. The characters were likable and hateable at the same time, creating a unique feeling of interest, but not necessarily concern in the well-being of its cast. It takes a bit to get into the action, but when it does, it's a delightful bloodbath. We're completely deprived of hope as the bad guys just keep winning. That was a little hard to follow, but it ended rather quickly, so it didn't affect much. The plot was a bit predictable, but the overall experience was good, and the ending was great. And I gave it an 8.0 meat in your mouth.
Yuck.
Ew.
Ian.
It's got a cool plot synopsis. It's a tense cat and mouse film, good body horror and abrupt, violent moments, unrelenting tension, and I really like the main dude, Pat. So I'm going to give it 7.9 little lovebirds.
Oh.
All right, Emily.
This movie was a lot like Fresh to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like Fresh is the worst case scenario of a bad date. Green Room is the scenario that your mom pictures when you tell her you're going to a punk show with your friend. I think the actors that play the band members did a really good job portraying realistic kids making sometimes good, sometimes bad decisions. I love the setting, the way that it was shot, and the tone of the movie. My only problem was Patrick Stewart. I do feel like they leaned on the fact that he was Patrick Stewart a little too much. He wasn't the quiet, scary presence that I wanted him to be. I feel like he just wasn't really doing any acting. And it didn't scare me. He's not scary to me.
Jake's face right now.
And I think I was going to say that the drama between the other Nazi punks was a little rushed too, but I actually appreciate that we weren't like spoon-fed their backstory. It just kind of happened around us. So the only thing that bothered me was Pat.
Oh my god.
Pat.
But overall, every time I watch this movie again, I like it, and that's all that's important. So I give it an 8 out of 10. We're not keeping you. You're just staying.
I just want to know how the fuck he's walking. You know, Patrick Stewart.
Oh, because he's like Professor X.
Oh my god. See, he just does a whole lot of nothing in his roles. He's just quiet, brooding, doesn't have to act.
Can't walk for shit.
Doesn't even walk.
I completely forgot he was Professor X. I just think of
That's the only thing I think about.
really.
What else is it?
I just Star Trek.
Oh, okay,
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, before my time, I guess.
I guess. I don't know. My dad was a Trekkie. I don't know what to say.
I'll tell you.
And he not only was he a Trekkie, but he was also a stan for the Next Generation. So even more so.
Hard there.
Other Jake.
I love this movie's aggressive storytelling from top to bottom. It came through in every aspect. It was short and wound up tight and a thoroughly interesting watch. Stellar, well-implemented cast for a simple yet tremendously executed tale. Watching a close-to-your-heart subculture on display in a pseudo-parody caricature was a huge buy-in, so I feel that my high rating, as usual, isn't without bias. Not much to not love for me here. 9.5 FM, The Wolf.
Yeah.
Damn.
You know, I wanted to give it higher. There was just something about like it's not super deep.
Yeah,
Like,
love how
there's
short and shallow it was.
but it was good. You know, like but we need movies like that. Like not everything should be a fucking elevated horror. That's not what I'm saying. But I'll get into like the thing that I had against it when we get to the spoilers. But
I think the take that it was like similar to Fresh too, to where it was so high stakes, like high energy, like thrilling, but also like funny. And like this one had, I think, even sharper wit and like funnier moments, even though it wasn't a funny movie. Like it was a worst case scenario, like Emily said again.
Yeah.
But I think that's what it does so well, is mix that to where you'll forget where you are, like the situation sometimes.
Yeah, because it's like I think they pulled off like just a friend group pretty well.
Yeah.
They seemed to act like they knew each other.
Yeah, like they were almost, you didn't know what they were about to do because you're like, oh, they didn't even have to really say it. They were just like, so we're going to move on this thing. And they're like, oh yeah, we all know what to do. Like there were so many moments in this film that were like that.
I mean, you kind of have to if you're all collectively a band in 2016 that agrees that no social media is a good thing.
Yeah.
Like, y'all gotta be tight.
Yeah, for sure.
You also have to like not have very many options. So
Or followers, I guess. That's probably why they got off social media.
Fuel, gas money, food.
They made a decision
no
after
gas money.
their Twitter had 12 followers after 3 years of being a band, and they're like, let's just get off social media, man.
Should we do that? Do you think? Should
Maybe.
we just
$7 on the whole
We'll be a podcast that does not put our shit online.
let's just
Gotta
friends?
see it.
We're just gonna sit.
Movement, man.
We're just talking.
So Ryan,
Yeah,
what's the spook factor?
it's another non-factor. There's nothing spooky
Nothing
about it.
spooky.
Nothing spooky about
need to
being
think
trapped in a room with Nazis on the other side.
Okay,
fucking dogs, dude.
Dogs?
You don't think
This
this,
is-
is like scary scenario?
You have to hurt a dog.
it's a scary scenario, but
Modern Kids is doing their album drop, and you guys are all riding that high, walking back to the green room. You walk in the room, and there's a dead bitch on the floor, and then all the guys are like, "Now you guys can't leave." That's not scary to you?
no, I played a show. I feel great.
You were feeling great until you saw a chick with a knife in her head.
Maybe she deserved it. I don't know.
Ryan would
All right.
love
I don't think you're being fair
He
to
would
the
just
spook
be like,
factor.
"Peace."
Okay, listen, I am the resident scaredy cat, am I not?
Yeah.
Supposed to rate this based on what scares me. Isn't that the thing?
Yeah.
It doesn't scare me. It's not scary.
Whatever. Dude.
Like,
Next, you're gonna tell him what and what isn't horror.
let me just
You
dust the
son of
Dorito
a
dust off
bitch.
my chair real quick while I tell you what's scary and what's not.
I guarantee there's Dorito dust on your fucking chair.
If you did an analysis, there's got to be some, but you can't see it.
Just talkies.
Listen, I've been into jalapeno kettle cooks lately. That's kind of my
Okay.
jam.
All right. Let's get into spoilers.
Oh, you spoiled everything!
It's time for spoilers, so leave unless you want us to be plot point foilers. Our spicy takes will make you feel like you're in a boiler. Da 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 da. Spoilers, spoilers.
So yeah, Ryan,
Uh-huh.
how much did this movie cost? How much did it make?
So the interesting thing is that this received like some awards and shit, some nominations. It received the 2017 Empire Award nomination for Best Horror, but it only grossed $3 million against a budget of $5 million.
I thought you were gonna say that Patrick Stewart was nominated. I was gonna like stare at Emily.
Was he nominated?
No.
I think he
No,
might
he
have been.
wasn't. He should have been.
Oh,
The
okay.
Patrick Stewart Award for acting like Patrick Stewart.
Like it was like, not to
doing
step on Emily's
absolutely-
shit, but it was received well, and it just didn't make a lot of money.
Did we see this in theaters?
It's when A24 was a lot.
It's your fault.
smaller,
Me?
too.
Honestly, I think other Jake watched this before I did, and he told me to watch it. I'm pretty sure.
No, I heard Blue Room was really good, and then Green Room came out, and I heard that was really good, and then I continued to not watch either.
Just
Okay.
But I
like,
kept
oh.
Well,
telling people, "Hey,
you
I
said
heard
something. Yeah, you told me about it. I don't know.
I hear other people recommend a lot of shit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna wait. Hold on.
I watched it.
I'm gonna like look up like memorize like the top 50 movies and just recommend the ones I haven't seen to people. Just be like, have you ever seen this movie? It's so fucking good. And everyone, wow, this guy's got really good movie taste. And I haven't seen shit.
I built this personality just for you. God.
Have you seen Shawshank?
Yes.
You should watch it.
Have you seen Shawshank, Ryan?
You should definitely watch Shawshank. It's really good.
Have you seen it?
I have not seen Shawshank.
You never seen Shawshank? That's good.
No.
Have you seen?
Yes, of course I've seen Shawshank.
To full circle, he hasn't seen it either.
No.
Yeah.
There's only a few movies I would say that people would probably find surprising I've never seen, but
Goodfellas.
I've seen Goodfellas. I've never seen Psycho.
I haven't seen Psycho either.
I've never seen Casablanca.
I want to see that. I haven't seen it.
Jake, can you guess a movie I've never seen?
Yes, The Aviator.
The Aviator.
Avatar in 3D.
Don't watch The
I've
Aviator.
never seen that.
I have seen that in 3D.
Have you seen the second one in 3D?
No, I've seen the second one though.
It was
Is
dumb.
that one
It was dumb.
Did that one have a colon like a
Waste of time.
subtitle?
Maybe
The Way of Water?
Way of Water.
Way
yeah.
of Water.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
The Last
It
It
Airbender.
was dumb.
Yeah, it was
Does,
dumb.
does the
Yeah,
Aviator have a sub?
I think it does.
No, I think it's just it's Scorsese. I think it's
It's a
just
lot longer than it should, so it probably does have.
You
some-
know what I don't like when movies have a sequel or become like a franchise and they add a freaking colon to the first one that didn't have one before.
Oh.
Like Star Wars did that.
What?
Yeah.
When Star Wars came out, it was just Star Wars, but then when they started making more, they're like, "Oh, it's called A New Hope."
Oh, I didn't know.
It wasn't originally called that. It was just called Star
Then
Wars.
they added numbers later, and they're like, "This is actually
Yeah,
the fourth
it's the-
one." You're
yeah.
like, "What are you doing?"
What are you even doing, dude?
Mm.
Do you want to make a counterpoint there, Jake? Because that's what your face says.
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. It looked like
I
you were
mean,
going to
I-
tell me I'm wrong, so I was
I
waiting
think-
for it.
I think when I wasn't alive in 1977, but I think when the credits I still think it said episode 4, A New Hope,
Ooh.
but I think it was billed as Star Wars.
I feel like the crawl. They changed the crawl.
I feel like, no, I think the crawl's always been the same. At least from my understanding is like Lucas had an outline of like this whole thing because he wanted it to be a thing, and then it became a thing, but
I can buy it.
I don't know. I'm no Star Wars.
I had just heard they added it later, but it's yeah. You know what I'm saying though? Like when they add like it wasn't originally and then they add a thing.
Yeah.
It's just don't like it.
Like Edge of Tomorrow was Edge of Tomorrow, and now it's Edge of Tomorrow, Live, Die, Repeat.
They did that with that movie too?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god. See?
I don't even know how to find that movie because I'm like, I thought it was. Am I getting that confused with Elysium too? Wasn't there like?
Like it's another Tom Cruise movie?
Oh,
No, Elysium's Matt Damon, right?
Oh, Elysium is Matt Damon. Yeah. I'm thinking
See,
of
that's-
Oblivion.
isn't Oblivion the one where they repeat? Like,
No,
No,
that's
Edge
Edge of
of
Tomorrow. See, that's what I'm saying. It was-
that's why I don't watch movies.
They just make me mad.
So confused.
It's the same story over and over again.
All right. Emily, what about the critical reception?
I don't have to do it now. He did it.
Oh, it was good.
You taking my job?
I'd also like to say I looked it up and Patrick Stewart won nothing for this.
Not
If you wanted to know,
Nothing.
He won my respect.
lose.
he seems like a good guy, but
I bet you he still has sex with the lights on, even at his age now.
yeah, I bet he's pretty fit.
Even if he's not, I think he's just like
He's just
gaze upon me.
We're leaving
Yeah.
the goddamn lights.
he would say it more like
That was bad.
wait, do that again.
Ah,
Stage right.
It's got to come up naturally. Just
Yeah, yeah,
fit it in there somewhere later in the episode when we're not listening for it.
I need more Patrick Stewart. I don't really know what he sounds like.
I don't either. I was just kind of doing
He's
it
just
as
like
I
a
went.
tamer Sean Connery.
I'm opening the door.
Old white guy.
Oh,
It's like
it
Sean Con-
is.
you got it's like a English
Holy
Sean Connery.
shit.
Just you got to dial back
You
the.
can't roll it at, almost at all. You just
Yeah.
have to go low
Yeah.
and dry with it.
You take like a Native American voice.
I'd have to practice
and
it more
Sean
in the car.
Connery. You get Patrick Stewart. Think about it.
Hmm.
Because
Yeah, that
Native
sounds
American
right.
That might be
it's,
correct,
it's very
actually.
well no Native
Politically
Native American's
incorrect,
very
but
like
probably
it's very
correct.
straightforward. There's not a lot of inflection. It's just like boom.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I think the word you're looking for is indigenous.
and also I'm pretty sure they didn't all sound like that.
This is why it's not Christine Columbus, dude. All right. Well, Christopher Columbus. No,
What?
I'm
No.
cutting that from the podcast, so it's fine.
We've already said it
Um,
before in the podcast.
Leave it.
No, I know, but it was a failed joke of mine that I'm going to keep the
You didn't
veil
even cut the
that
part
I'm
where you
funny.
went to the
Gotta juice a
bathroom and we
little.
all just had to talk.
Yeah, it was funny. I keep things that make if we talk about cutting it, and when I'm
Yeah.
listening, editing, and if
Makes
I
sense.
chuckle, I keep it
Yeah.
because I'm like, oh, it was
Cut
fun. It
this
was
down.
entertaining. Hey everyone, Ryan here, and I'm here to tell you about Us Horophobia, the spooky movie review podcast. Now, we love doing this show for you guys weekly, absolutely free of charge. But if there's something you want to do to support us, there's many ways you can do that.
One of those ways would be to tell a friend, because word of mouth travels faster than you think. Another huge way would be to leave a review on our podcast on either Spotify or Apple or wherever you listen to your podcast. That helps because it really will boost us up the algorithm and allow us to be more visible, so more people like you who enjoy the podcast will be able to find us. And we also have our Patreon at patreon.com/horrorphobia. There you will find all of our tiers and the benefits you will get for subscribing to them. And then we have our socials, Twitter at Horrorphobia Pod, Instagram at Horrorphobia Podcast, and our Facebook is Horrorphobia, a spooky movie review podcast. So thank you very much and enjoy the rest of the show.
I'm gonna get in the plot here. DC punk band, the Ain't Rights, which is a fucking great name.
Awesome name
for the band, by the way. There's so many layers to that.
I like how in the beginning of the show they say like we're the Ain't Rights or the Aren't Rights or whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't really fucking matter. But the Ain't Rights.
I think that is kind of misleading for the type of people that they play for later in this movie.
They didn't want to, though. That was the thing. Like they were like, "Fuck, we shouldn't do this."
I know, but they
like,
still were kind of like honey trapping these people because
I mean, they were
like something they might be into. You know?
Yeah, they knew they were skitheads from the jump, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They just need that sweet, sweet money.
The sweet
$300.
Yeah.
They talked about maybe not doing it. I'm just saying, give them that.
I do like, and we talked about it a little bit like before. I think like before we were recording was like in comedy, like getting a crowd like against you right off the bat. I like the idea of a band trying to do that in this movie, like how right off the bat he's like, I want to do something stupid.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I love that they get the crowd to turn against him right off the bat.
And then win them back.
Yeah.
That's gotta be a good feeling.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'm glad they filmed it that way. Like how it is like it's not as I don't know. Like I mean, obviously this movie gets very, very violent, but it's just like it's just a show like any other. Like and it's obviously it's like you're on someone else's turf. So it's like you're kind of at the will, which is kind of like it's even more ballsy to do that because it's like, well, there's a non-friendly venue to that. But I just like how that added so much to the way the film progressed.
For sure. So Pat, Sam, Reese, and Tiger are traveling the Pacific Northwest low on funds. After their gig is canceled, a radio host arranges a new show in a rural area outside Portland through his cousin Daniel. Arriving at the venue, they realize it is a neo-Nazi skinhead bar, and they are opening for an NSBM band, Cowcatcher. They go ahead with the show anyway. During their set, Pat notes two young women, Emily and Amber, looking disturbed and being shepherded out of sight. So yeah, we had mentioned that they're playing for Nazis.
And Pat, he was also born into a Russian Jew family.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So you knew where his heart was. You know.
Yeah, because the I don't know her actual actress name or her character name, but maybe from Arrested Development. She says
Sam?
like before they play Nazi Punks Fuck Off by Dead Kennedys, she says like if you back out, I'm gonna tell everybody you're a Jew. But I'm pretty sure she's Jewish too.
Yeah.
She's for sure gotta be Jewish.
Yeah, I think she's like oh man. Like some portion Ashkenazi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Pat is the member of the 27 Club because he's
yeah.
super dead in real life.
Yeah.
Anton Yelchin.
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
I didn't realize he was part of the 27 Club. I didn't realize he died at 27.
This was his last movie, I think, too.
Yeah, I think so. He was doing. I forget if he was doing something for Star Trek when he was rehearsing. I don't know. Anyway, but it was 2016. He died. It was like a freak accident with his Jeep.
Yeah.
He got out of his Jeep in the driveway and he went to like lock a gate, and the Jeep pinned him into like a pillar.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Charlie Bartlett.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bartlett.
Ian, how old are you?
28.
Nice, you made it, dude.
Just made it.
Hey, nice.
I was hoping.
Oh yeah, Emily.
26 next week. I still have time.
We got time. Okay,
I've got time.
Well,
Yep.
we will update
Yourself.
that in a year or two. So
Well, keep you posted.
So yeah, they play that the fuck the Nazis song. The Nazis in the crowd kind of turn against him, start like spitting beer and throwing bottles at him and shit. But then they start playing some heavier shit, and everybody kind of is digging it. Everyone's moshing. This is a really cool scene, like when they're like, I don't know, the slow motion, everybody like moshing and everything like that. I love the way like a lot of the camera angles and like the way the focus shifts were. It was just a very interesting, like visually pleasing film.
Yeah. It's very romantic. You're like, maybe these guys aren't so bad. You see two versions of Ramona Flowers down in the crowd, just walking around.
How I saw it at first, which I think was wrong, but I was like, oh, I wonder if they did that to get the Nazis out and like first, like the actual Nazis left.
Yeah.
And then the dudes that were headbanging later we're just like the normal ones.
Yeah.
Like just normal people. But I think they're all Nazis.
Yeah. Well, because when they were clearing out the like room, what's his name? Darcy was like, everybody come back for our racial advocacy group.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
everybody,
it's a club,
everybody
like
knew about
a
that. It's a
hangout.
club.
They're bought in.
Yeah.
There's graffiti everywhere.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think this movie does a good job, like equalizing almost everyone in the situation. There's obviously people to root for, but there's sparks of that in different characters as you go, and even seeing those people in slow motion in the crowd, you're like, I've been like, it's something to relate to these characters, that even if it's a false buy-in, to where you just have to keep reminding yourself. I mean, I think that's good for you to check in and be like, oh yeah, wait, these people are Nazis, or where you are, like start reading graffiti and being like, oh wow, there's a lot of anti-Semitism on that wall.
You're like, man, they're Nazis, but like I would like the mosh right now. That does sound good.
Sure.
But you just gotta
great.
You gotta pull back.
I'll just find any bar, whatever, doesn't matter. As long as we can mosh. What does that stand for? The band that plays after them? The
NSBM?
Yeah.
National Socialist Black Metal. It's a political movement and subgenre within the black metal music scene that promotes neo-Nazism, neo-fascism, and white supremacist ideologies.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's always been huge in black metal.
Yeah.
Like I think it's been such a, and I mean, even in punk, there's just been, I mean, that's when like Nazi punks are a thing. It's like you're picking a subgenre that tries to get people in an uproar, and be subversive and like push boundaries. And then it's like even people who wear that as like a style, or it's like in like live to regret it.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the whole time you were supporting, like giving quarry to actual dangerous, like people, like dangerous elements that you were facilitating just by being like, oh, I want to just make people squirm. It's like, yeah, but you're facilitating actual hate. People.
You're making people who actually believe in that cause feel more comfortable because you're adding to their numbers. And
which is why I think so much of the message is pushed your first reaction to that is violence. Like,
right.
Get rid of those people, get them out of your scene, punch them in the face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as the band is about to leave, Pat returns to the bar's green room to retrieve Sam's cell phone, where he stumbles upon Amber and the members of Cowcatcher standing over the body of Emily, who's been stabbed to death by Worm. Pat calls the police as he flees, but he is caught, and bar employees Gabe and Big Justin capture the rest of the band and confine them in the green room with Amber. Gabe pays one young skinhead to stab another to create a cover story for the police who respond to Pat's call. He consults with the bar's owner, skinhead leader Darcy, who decides all witnesses need to be eliminated. He arranges for Cowcatcher to be given poisoned heroin, while more skinheads assemble at the bar, waiting until nightfall to kill the band and Amber. The violence, it hasn't really hit its threshold yet, but it starts. It was really gross when they pulled the knife out of the girl's
oh my God, it hurt.
head and the blood was bleeding.
Can you imagine seeing someone get stabbed in the head?
Oh,
apparently Ryan would be fine with it if he had just
actually,
played a set.
It was a joke.
It's a non-factor.
Son of a bitch.
So
Non-factor. Non-factor.
Stab in the head, non-factor.
Yeah. Big Justin was funny. I like that guy. He looked so familiar. What have I seen him in?
He's a comedian. I've seen him on Drunk History a lot, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a comedian. So
Okay, he just seems like a character actor. Like he's probably just plays like the big dumb dude in a lot of movies because I just feel like I've seen him in shit before.
I mean, he looks like the cop from Stranger Things, but he's not.
That's what I was gonna say, dude. It looks like him, but like if he like took steroids.
Yeah.
So they're all kind of trapped in this green room. They pin everybody out. They lock the door and put a couch up against the door, and Big Justin's in there with him. And the one dude, I think, who was the real angry dude who fucking do fucking jujitsu and shit?
Tiger?
The drummer.
Was that Tiger?
I think so.
He's got him in like an arm bar, and they get like a gun off him. Sorry, it talks about that here. I thought that the walkthrough skipped over it, so I'll just talk about this now. The band overpowers Big Justin and holds him hostage, taking his pistol and a box cutter from his pocket. They negotiate through the door with Darcy, who asks them to surrender the pistol. Pat agrees on the condition that they keep the bullets, but when he opens the door, the men attempt to force their way in while slashing at his arm. They manage to close the door, but Pat loses the gun and is seriously injured. Big Justin attempts to break free, leading Reese to choke him unconscious. Amber slashes Big Justin's stomach open with the box cutter. Jesus fucking Christ. So the Pat, first of all, Pat getting his arm fucked up was gross enough, right? Like his hand just hanging off of his wrist.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was like, fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And like, I was uncomfortable. Like, I wanted to just like, as like a toxic movie watcher, I'm like, man the fuck up. Like when he's like crying and stuff like that. But it makes so much sense, like why he's screaming and crying.
Yeah, he didn't even like care when the dude was like just wrapping in duct tape. He wasn't even like reacting, and I was like, I feel like that would
suck to pull off.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
I feel like I'd probably pass out.
Yeah.
The way they took Big Justin down, I really don't see how they did that. He just like jumped on his back and then he was down.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I think in like when they put him out, he wakes back up again. They go to choke him out again, and Amber's just like fuck this shit and cuts his fucking stomach open, which was gross looking.
So slow, like right in his tummy. Those
they did it really well.
Oh yeah, it looked great.
It
looked great.
Looked like you were cutting open like a roll of toilet paper or something.
Oh no, no! Oh my god.
Imogene Poots. She's
Poots.
Miss Poots.
Hardcore gal.
Maybe if she had a better haircut, her friend would still be alive.
Maybe she.
So there's like this standoff where they realize the cops aren't coming because the cops already came, and they had that whole story about like two other kids like pretended to stab each other, and that was taken care of. The cops are gone now.
He gave them money and then took it back.
Yeah. He's like, we'll give it to you after you get out of jail.
Yeah.
I want to know what happened with that kid. Did he die of those stab wounds? Probably did.
No,
they didn't look that
stabbed
bad.
him like one time.
Yeah, it was just one little stab.
I think it was two.
Oh.
Two stabbies.
Oh.
So yeah, they're like just kind of trapped in this room, and I think they're realizing what's happening is that Darcy wants to kill them, but in a way that's going to make it easy to cover up.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't just go in and just start blasting, which obviously they could do if they wanted. You had mentioned this about Patrick Stewart's character, how he's like cold and calculated, and it's almost like he had a backup plan for all this shit. Like everything kind of just came so natural to him. Like he had a plan to cover up all this shit that seemed like he had already been thinking about this, like, in case this ever happened.
Well, I mean, I don't know if we gotten to the point yet, but where he just like looks in the back of their van and sees that they have shit for siphoning off gas. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
That
just like
makes complete sense.
Yeah, he's just quick. He's quick with like just like thinking about like how to get out of shit, how to cover shit up.
He's we'll get to it. It's like that's the way he was with even how he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The band tears up the floorboards and discovers a drug lab under the bar, but the only exit is locked from the outside. Arming themselves with improvised weapons, they attempt to fight their way out. Neo-Nazi Clark unleashes a fighting dog, which kills Tiger. Gross. Amber and Pat drive the dog away with microphone feedback. Reese escapes through a window, only to be stabbed to death by Alan. Pat, Amber, and Sam retreat to the green room. Yeah, so this is kind of the part that like I'm like, I wish they were hiding something cooler than a drug lab. Like that's my thing, because like it's like, oh, why are they so interested in not having the cops come in here? Oh, it's a drug lab. And I'm like, that's just, it feels overplayed. Like, it feels like they could have done something a little more sinister. Like
an ancient tomb.
It makes sense though.
It does make sense. It's realistic, but I guess what I'm saying is that to me, it was just kind of like, oh,
yeah.
Like
not every movie can have a sex dungeon, Ryan.
I didn't want it to be a sex dungeon.
You wanted them to find children.
No, what? You said that.
Not every movie has sex trafficking in it, Ryan.
That's not what I wanted either. But
What
like,
What do you want? What is the most crazy
I don't
thing?
fucking know. I'm not the goddamn writer.
Do you want the Franken-Jew or whatever it is from Chillerama?
I mean,
what was the
a
name
pile
of
of bodies. I don't fucking know.
Can't have sex with bones.
I mean, isn't that what heroin is at the end?
Yeah, that's true.
Get it off the streets, I think.
And they were giving out, I mean, they had poison heroin. So who knows how much of that they're sending out there, you know?
Oh shit. What if
And
they're like
trafficking other people's heroin too?
Well, I mean, didn't he say that they
To
put
frame
someone
other
else's
people.
stamp that is not of their color on there? So if they found it,
Oh, when you get in the and then
So
he was
that
hot
someone-
shots with a different stamp.
yeah, I think they did do that.
okay.
That's pretty
Well-
bad. That's pretty bad, Ryan.
Okay.
Bad
All
thing,
right. Fucking I'm right. 8.1 for now.
Yeah.
We'll see how far it rises. Okay.
But it's a non-factor, so it's okay.
It's a
with you.
non-factor. Fuck you guys.
Well, Stewart's a non-factor for you bitch.
What?
What?
I hate attack dogs,
Yeah?
by the way.
Yeah, gross.
What's
Like, I just hate everything about having like this thing is like vicious and with such high bite strength, and it's coming at my legs and my
Oh.
balls and my tender meats.
Oh, dogs.
And
Yeah.
then in order to win against the thing, you have to kill
Yeah.
a dog.
And it's so
Mm.
cute
And
at the
that's-
end.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will Smith style.
Yeah. And they don't have a choice.
No. They
I mean, they have a choice, but it's like you're an attack dog. You're gonna do what you're trained to do.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like playing The Last of Us 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to do it. I have no desire.
Like if I know the
Uh,
dog has a name, I
same thing
have
with
to let it
attack
kill
dog.
me, but that's like really scary.
Yeah. I'm just offering it my throat at a certain point.
It
I'm like,
tears his fucking throat
Ugh.
out, and it
Ugh.
is nasty looking.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Daniel arrives and Darcy sends him in to kill the remaining survivors, claiming they murdered Emily, his girlfriend. However, he instead talks to them, and Amber explains that Worm murdered Emily after discovering she and Daniel were planning to leave the skinhead life. Darcy grows suspicious of Daniel and searches the trunk of his car, where he finds Daniel and Emily's belongings, indicating that they were planning to escape. He also discovers a baseball bat that Darcy had used to murder somebody in the past and realizes that Daniel had intended to blackmail Darcy to let them go by threatening to give it to the police. In the green room, Daniel agrees to help the band escape, but as they venture back out into the bar, he is shot dead by the bartender. One of the best headshot scenes I think I've seen in a movie.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
Well,
so abrupt.
When he
The
just
shotgun?
when he takes the
Yeah.
buck to the face, like
Yeah.
oof. It was
I mean, all the violence in this is so like believable. Like when spoilers, but when Patrick Stewart gets shot in the head, that looks.
Oh
really-
yeah, the squirt.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
That's the thing about like, and that's the I don't know because there's a lot of movies that have that scene, and some people like the idea of something will just freak them out. I don't know. For me, if I can tell it's practical effects, it doesn't bother me. But when it's something like that, a movie like this, it's fucking tough. I don't know.
It is very realistic. I think I'm a little desensitized to the violence of it just because like I've gone down some rabbit holes on Reddit and seen like this shit actually happening to people.
Mm.
Well, that's your fault.
And
Yeah.
no, it is for sure. But they did a good job. I can tell you that because headshots look pretty similar.
Have you ever seen somebody cut open with a box cutter though?
Yeah. I've seen some fucked up I've seen almost everything. When you go down the rabbit hole, it's hard to stop. And then you feel really dark and weird afterwards and wish you hadn't.
Yeah.
Somebody
I
get
mean, I've kind of seen
FBI agent to this guy.
cutting into people with a box cutter when we do
Oh,
it in
yeah.
a controlled environment. That's pretty much that's what a scalpel is.
That's true.
The first time you saw it, did it like make you sick?
The very first time I saw it, it was a mastectomy. So it was like larger scale, and it wasn't that.
Oh.
Not
was
when you're
with a
working.
chainsaw.
It's not weird. Yeah, it was with a chainsaw. So
Oh shit!
Chainsaw mastectomy, dude. That's a good
no.
NSB
That's yeah.
BM name.
Honestly, it's getting more gross for some reason. The first time I saw it, it was nothing. But recently,
It's just wearing on your soul.
yeah. Becoming less strong.
Yeah.
So much flesh. That's all we are.
So Pat kills that bartender that shot Daniel, and the group takes a shotgun only to find themselves confronted by the full skinhead force. Sam mortally wounds Clark's dog with the shotgun before it kills her. Amber is shot as she and Pat once again retreat to the green room. They just keep going back there after every set. They're just back in the green room.
Yeah. Is this a metaphor for how bands feel on
Yeah,
tour?
exactly. They just go get fucked up and then they go back to the green room.
Yeah.
I like the dark scene. I think we already went past it, but I like when the lights get cut too, and there's the cigarette. She lights the lighter at the cigarette. I thought that was again great cinematography.
Yeah.
Subtle.
Talks a little about like why she's there.
Yeah, I like how the dialogue fit really well with the lights going out and her being kind of Nazi and them arguing kind of in a faded background about like why they're here and why like basically like pointing the finger at each other.
Yeah. I guess like this walkthrough has kind of cleared something up for me because I was kind of confused about the whole like why Daniel switched sides besides the fact that like his girlfriend was killed, but like the whole thing with like when Patrick Stewart found the shit about it, I just didn't really understand what was going on at the time when I was watching it, but now I get that they were planning on leaving, which makes sense. It just I just feel like that I didn't catch it when I was watching it the first time.
It is. I feel like it's very rushed. Like you.
Yes, that part that was the arc when I said I was a little confusing in my review.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was talking about was that whole thing. But then he was just super dead, and I was like, okay, well I guess that arc's over. Whatever it was.
Yeah.
So with the sun rising soon, Darcy has most of the skinheads dispersed, taking Clark and Alan with him to stage the band's death to make it look as if they were killed while trespassing on his property. Gabe prepares to clean up the bar while Jonathan and Kyle are dispatched with another dog to finish off Pat and Amber, who formulate a plan for a last stand. They again use microphone feedback to scare off the dog before Pat lures Jonathan into the drug lab. As Kyle stands watch in the green room, Amber emerges from under the cushions of the couch and cuts his throat with the box cutter. Pat and Jonathan fight, and Amber sneaks up and shoots Jonathan in the head. Gabe enters the room to find his companions dead and surrenders to Pat and Amber. The scene was funny. The leg thing, like I laughed super, super hard when she's trying to make him use his shots. He's got 3 shots left in his shotgun, and she's trying to make him use them. So she like lowers the body of his friend.
Oh yeah.
Like just like the legs, hoping that he would shoot.
I love it.
And he was like, "Nice try, bitch." And she was like, "Go fuck yourself." And she drops the body. Like it just there was just a sense of comedic timing there. I don't know if it was supposed to be funny, but I chuckled. I don't know if anybody else did.
There's a lot of good subtle humor in this movie.
And she does it again with the other body too. And the thing that was confusing though is he shoots twice, and she's counting the shots as he's going down. Like, and she's like, he's got 1 left when he's down to 1, but then he goes to shoot and nothing happened. So what did he think he had 3? Only actually had 2? Is that what happened?
I thought there was 3. I thought there was.
I thought he had 3.
He had 3. So he shot once
at
him, at Pat. And then he shot once.
Not once at her. Once at her too.
Yeah, and then he went to shoot again, and then not even left.
No, he shot once at her and once at her friend's legs.
Oh, so it worked the second time.
He fired one up into the hole, and it worked the second time. He shot her kneecap.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
It was gross.
I did think he shot at the body because I thought that he shot at her legs. It tricked me.
Mm-hmm. It was good.
Oh, because she's like, I'm going to use girl legs.
Her friend was up there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So he's all out, and then she throws the pistol down there, and he thinks he's got, but then she unloaded it all.
Yeah.
Ryan would have got shotgun. I just want to point out. Because you would
Probably.
have miscounted. You would have miscounted the show.
Like, got him.
So good luck with that, buddy.
Counting his shot. I would have died. So, holding Gabe at gunpoint, they trek through the woods. As they near Darcy's house, Pat and Amber decide to go after him while Gabe goes to a nearby farm to call the authorities. Pat and Amber confront Darcy, killing Clark and Alan. Fleeing, Darcy draws Big Justin's pistol, but is shot dead. Their ammunition gone, Pat and Amber sit on the side of the road. Alarmed at the return of Clark's dog, they watch it lay beside his body mournfully and leave it alone. So that was fucking sad.
That was so sad.
Yeah.
I did feel
It was a good way to wrap it up.
It was.
Was the dog dying? That
Yes.
dog?
He
Okay.
gave it a shot.
It had like adrenaline. Yeah, it had like adrenaline or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So the dog was shot. He gave it adrenaline, and then it walked all the way down. Okay.
and it
That's
went
my.
and found its owner and
Oh.
died in its arms.
Oh,
Super sad.
just a Nazi and his dog.
Mm-hmm. That's another drop.
No.
When
When are you going to be able to use that?
I don't know. I'll
Just
fucking
not
find a way.
We say enough things that we could probably match that
Purely blackmail.
I think we've like tapped our Nazi movie
up.
threshold.
We can watch Overlord. I mean, there's a few more that we could do that have
Yeah.
Nazis
Yeah.
in.
There was that one recent one. It was like a 4-letter name, like Sasa.
Oh, Sisu?
We could watch Jojo Rabbit. That's not a horror movie. It's just a sad
sad
movie.
Oh yeah, there are
It's a
Nazis
great
in it.
movie though. And I
haven't-
have seen it, so I can recommend it.
Okay,
Aren't
I'll
there
recommend it too. Ian,
there's
watch
Jake recommends it.
I will do that.
zombie Nazis in Sucker Punch, right? Aren't there undead Nazis in that?
Yeah. There's like, I think so.
they're Germans. It's World War One.
Oh,
There's
okay.
planes, and they're just killing Germans. I think they're like mechanized Germans. or
Oh,
something.
yeah. So they're earlier in the movie, they were playing this game where they were trying to figure out their desert island band, and Pat couldn't think of his. And at the end, he's like, "I finally figured it out." And Amber's like, "Tell someone who fucking cares." And then it goes to the ending credits, which apparently was CCR. Apparently that's the band that he would have chose was CCR. That's his desert island band. So
Yeah, I didn't catch what song it was in the credits, so I can't even picture it.
I was kind of rushed.
Yeah,
I thought I had less time than I actually.
I was watching it as I was driving up
Nice.
today, so I shut it off as soon as
I did catch the radio station though, which is 99.5.
So what are we feeling for games? What are our options again?
Me, My Mom, and Hitler, and Desert Island.
Let's do Desert Island.
And if you don't have one, just be like skip or say something quick.
There's
off
a
top of your phone.
fair amount of variety of deaths in here, so at least
Oh yeah,
there was 5 that I wrote down.
What does everybody
Me, My
feel
Mom,
like
and
doing?
Hitler.
You want to do Be My Mom and Hitler?
I feel like we have.
I think
We're
we should do both.
yeah. I
Both
feel like we
quick.
have time to do both. Me, My Mom, and Hitler is quick.
All right, let's start with Ryan.
Uh-huh.
Ryan, Me, My Mom, and Hitler. I'll give you 5.
Okay.
So you can get stabbed in the head, cut open by a box cutter, eaten by dogs. Actually, I'm going to remove one, and then shotgun to the face.
What about died in the arms of your owner?
It's just another mailman for Ryan.
All right. Well,
Hold me, brother.
my mom's getting shot in the head.
Nice.
Make it quick and easy. I will take. Fuck. Am I awake for the box cutter?
Yes.
Yeah, he wasn't
wa-
all the way asleep.
He was asleep.
Yeah, I guess
He was
you're
out.
You're kind of with it. You're like
He was out.
blurry.
He was completely out.
He-
You didn't scream or nothing.
Respond at all. Yeah. I bet there was some rapid eye movement.
Are you
going
just
on.
gonna say that I'm gonna have to take it awake? Is that what you making the?
I'm not saying anything.
I'm saying if it's the death that's in the movie, he was unconscious while it
okay,
happened.
fine. So you want to get choked out and then cut open by a box
I'll
cutter.
take that, and Hitler can get the dogs.
Okay.
That's where I would use Emily's drop of just the not seeing his dog.
Not seeing his dog. Aw.
All right. Ian, same deaths to you.
So what were the deaths again? What,
Stabbed in the
there were
head,
5 of them?
cut open by a box cutter, eaten by dogs, and shotgun to the face.
Is that 5?
No, there's
Four.
all,
Oh, I
there
think
was
it's 5.
there was also
Oh,
knife to the neck, but I just removed that one
oh,
because I was
I
like,
got
that's
you.
basically like getting stabbed in the head.
I do feel like that those
The
are
forearms
different.
of the
but
swastika.
for
They
the
are
killing-
different. But
yeah.
like, I don't want you
I'm
to
gonna-
double up on those like very similar ones. So I want to
I
remove.
feel that.
Hitler can get the dogs. I will get stabbed in the head, and my mom can get shotgun to the face.
Yeah.
Sleaze.
Please no.
Emily, same.
Oh, I don't know. We'll switch it up. We'll give Hitler the stab in the head. Wait, is that what Ian said? No, Ian stabbed himself in the head.
Yeah, I just stabbed myself in the head. That's
Yeah,
fine.
Yeah. We stabbed Hitler in the head,
Mm.
and then yeah, I guess we'll shoot my mom, and I'll take the dog.
Oh,
Oh,
I love animals.
you're just
I would-
petting it.
I could feed an animal
Yeah,
as my
yeah.
last. That's my
You're
last.
just petting it as it's mauling your throat.
I mean,
So cute.
What a way for a white woman to go, you know?
I mean, and if the dog is dying the same way, like you know, he will consider an honor if he died eating some.
Yeah, he feels
piece of
like he
meat,
did
so-
something good.
He died with meat in his mouth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Other Jake.
I think I was starting to lean that way too, but I think my mom wouldn't mind getting eaten by dogs. I mean, I don't want to.
She would be okay with it. She'd be like, this dog's life is worth more than mine.
Mom's a savage.
Yeah, if I were like, "Hey, mom, you want to get shotgunned or eaten by dogs?"
Yeah.
She'd be like, "Well."
That's what she would
If
want.
I didn't add the Hitler part, if I'd be like, "Oh, hey, Hitler's keeps getting eaten by
Hitler's
dogs. Do you
also
want to
in
go the
this.
same way?"
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give my mom the dogs. I'm gonna take the shotgun,
There you go.
No.
and I want Hitler to have the gut one.
Yeah.
Ooh. But wake him up.
And
Shake him awake first.
Yeah,
I'll,
yeah, yeah.
I'll wait till he's awake.
Right.
Dude, he's on fucking
I
meth
want him-
anyway. He's fucking never slept.
Yeah, yeah, we'll get him up, but he'll be
Squeaking
like,
out, you cut him
tied
across
up.
the stomach. Yeah,
yeah.
nice, dude.
Or I mean, stay. I think it's just a bad look, dude. Where I'm like, I don't really want to hurt anybody,
Yeah.
but it's like, well, he is gonna die, and if you come in the room and it's like, oh, your guts are open and stuff, like that's not like that guy clearly sucked.
That's embarrassing.
I mean, it's happened to not sucky people.
Yeah.
I'm sure they've had their guts all sliced up, but if you look like Hitler and you're also Hitler and your guts are open like that,
All right, let's go to Desert Island bands then. Ryan,
Are we gonna do Desert Island bands or Desert Island like everything? Like other stuff too.
we'll see how quick it goes.
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
All right.
What's your Desert Island band, Ryan?
I think I mean it's gotta be Manchester Orchestra. That's just the
Good one.
there's so
I
much
like that.
there's so much variety
Yeah.
with like moods
Yeah.
of things or whatever. They just that's gonna be it.
All right, Emily.
You know what I'm gonna say. I'd like to pick a band that I haven't listened to that I mean to listen to, but I think
Spice
that's
Girls?
yeah. Because they have so many different such a variety. I'd like to pick one that I haven't listened to so I have like a discography to, enjoy and get into.
Oh.
But I can't think of one. So I'm gonna say brand new.
Okay.
'cause- Yeah.
Canceled.
Yeah. I know. But I still it's the most
Ryan's just
variety.
gonna be
And
Warped
I'm
Tour.
okay.
Separate the art from the artist. It's okay.
I'm gonna die on this desert island anyway.
You might as well be listening to music that's trying to groom you.
It makes me feel young again.
grooming art.
Makes me feel under 18 again.
Oh, what a time.
That's my
All right,
choice.
Ian.
I had to think about this one for a little while, but I think I concluded with La Dispute.
Oh.
Because when I listen to them, I want to write music,
Oh,
Mm.
and they're
okay.
like one of the only bands that make me feel that way.
Inspiring.
So I feel like it would be a productive, inspiring band to listen to
Nice.
all the time. Plus, they have like a ton of good albums. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
good choice.
All right. Other Jake.
Gosh, I had a tough time with this one. I think I'm just gonna go. There's so many different moods I'm probably gonna be in on this island.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't
Full
want to
spectrum.
nail myself down to one thing. I think I'm gonna take E-Tid. Something to remind
Yeah.
me of.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they also have a bunch of different moods.
Yeah, I like all their albums for pretty different reasons. I think it'll get stale like anything, but
yeah.
it's all right.
What niche choices we're making?
Host Jake, what would you choose?
Yeah.
I really don't know.
Well, you're going there without music then. Poof.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, like, but mine was also E-Tid, but
Hey man, let's go to the same
I feel
island.
like maybe you know what, Circus Survive.
Okay.
That's a good
Ooh,
one.
yeah,
too.
That's another one that
Yep.
they have quite a variety, and there's a lot of it. So.
And a melancholy sound for you to be alone too.
Yeah.
You know?
Mm.
I almost picked Deer Tick,
Ooh.
which would be another good one. They have a pretty diverse like reasons why I like their albums.
We just bought tickets
Avoid.
for that and then didn't go see the show.
Mm.
Kanye.
But we
Well,
gave
thanks
him
for
money.
supporting them.
Kanye.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, we bought the ticket.
Yeah.
It was the Bills game, and we felt like not leaving the house, so we stayed home and watched the Bills game.
And the Bills won, so they wouldn't have won without us.
Yes, yeah, that was
Thank
the,
you.
that was the Giants almost lost.
Mm. Well, thanks, guys. Thanks.
Yeah, you're
guys.
welcome.
Yeah.
Took one for the team.
Okay, let's do Desert Island actors. Like you get to pick one actor, and you get all of the films that they're in.
Oh shit!
So you,
Whoa.
Oh,
This is
okay, I
this
got
is
it,
pretty
I got it.
easy.
all right, Ryan,
I'm taking Michael Cera.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
nice dude.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
choice.
You get Super Bad.
Yeah.
You get the Barbie movie. You get, you get Scott Pilgrim.
Scott Pilgrim. Yeah.
You get This Is the End.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, you get Youth in Revolt. You get Nick.
I think
Norris
I know what
in the
Ian's gonna
playlist.
take because I almost
Yeah,
took
you
it.
probably.
Other Jake,
I'm taking Murray. William.
Bill Murray. Nice dude.
Or all the Murrays if you'll give me.
Dude, you get,
The whole family.
you get Space Jam.
Do I get Joel too?
Too.
No. Just,
Okay,
no
whatever.
caveat. Sorry.
You get Zombieland.
No caveat. Jake lives on No Caveat Island.
Yep. Ian.
Are you taking Leo?
Yeah.
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 That's a great choice.
Wolf,
Yeah.
Wall Street, The Departed, Inception, Django.
I mean, you watch The Aviator, it'll take the whole
all of
time
like
that
my
you're
top
in.
10 favorite movies.
You
Yeah.
need to get Leo on the brand new tip and get some underage.
Yeah, get him on my island. He'd be so happy.
Or set up like, I don't know, some sort of trafficking system.
I know.
Oh,
Uh,
I was just gonna invite them all to my island.
it's just Epstein's Island. What the fuck?
We're gonna make a chain of islands where
Shutter Island.
Sugar Island? Yeah.
Oh shit!
Emily.
I'm gonna jump off of Ryan's choice, and I'm gonna pick Joseph Gordon-Levitt just so I can have the one movie that I like.
Looper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait, which
Looper,
movie?
you get 500 Days of Summer.
500 Days of
Rick.
Summer.
You get Brick. You get a lot of Ryan
50.
Johnson films.
He's in a lot.
Oh, 10 Things I Hate About Someone
Yeah,
already
Nothing's
said that.
Bad About You. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
if TV shows, you get Third Rock from the Sun.
Yeah.
I don't think
Very
I don't
young.
think you get
Young
TV
boy.
shows.
Well,
of young
this is your
boys.
game and your rules, so
No
He's in The
caveat.
Dark
I can
Knight,
get
too.
whatever you say.
No caveat.
Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, Dark Knight Rises. Yeah.
Oh, actually,
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen Dark Knight Rises
makeup.
since we saw it on the night that it came out. I think I've seen parts of it since, but I don't think I've sat down and rewatched The Dark Knight Rises. If I had to pick an actor that hasn't already been chosen, I guess it'd probably be Brad Pitt.
Oh, it's a lot of
I
good
think
shit.
Brad Pitt. He's in so many good movies.
Yeah, it's a good choice.
Were you gonna pick Bill
No.
Murray?
Bill
No,
Murray's a great
like
choice.
Leonardo DiCaprio is another one I was thinking, or I was thinking like I don't know, Will Ferrell or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
But
Will Ferrell. seems like a
but
good
Brad Pitt, he's in so many good things. He's in, Brad Pitt probably, or Jake Gyllenhaal,
one. Russell Crowe.
Yeah.
I feel like you get a lot of good.
John Cusack.
Yeah.
Oh,
All the cues
I'm a sucker for a Cusack.
who's that?
I say that because I think they pronounced it like that in a rap song, and I just can't stop saying John Cusack.
Christopher Lee has been
Oh, yeah.
in like so many movies. Has been in
You
like
get all Lord of the Rings. You get The Wicker Man.
you get 211 movies if you
Nice.
take him. Michael
And-
Caine would be another good one.
Yeah.
I could take Meryl Streep, I think.
Yeah.
I would watch a lot
You
of
do
movies over and over
Kevin
again.
Bacon.
Oh, Sam Jackson would be great too.
Oh yeah.
Get a lot with him.
What's another desert island one we could do?
Snacks.
Snacks.
Yeah,
Snack?
desert island snack.
Ooh.
Oh God.
The only food you can eat. No.
No, it can't be the only because you would die in this hypothetical.
Mm-hmm.
And in this hypothetical, we want you to live. So you just get one
One
No.
additional thing
Tasty
that's like
treat.
processed.
that's not indigenous to whatever island you're on.
I'm taking a bag of Doritos, dude.
What flavor?
He's gonna get it all over. his thumb.
Spicy notch.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. That's
Yeah.
that would be mine if
Spice
if I
notch.
picked a Dorito.
Mm.
Emily,
7-layer combos. No.
7-layer
yeah,
combos
that-
of fire.
Yeah, actually, I'll pick that.
Those are fire. Said that so like
Can that be a drop?
authoritative.
Those are fine.
I agree.
Those are fire.
They are fire. I have spoken. They
Those
are
are fire.
flames. They are fire.
They are fire. There have been a lot of liver fires. This is the biggest fire.
We should just like force drops. So just like everybody pause and just say
Say
something,
something funny.
and I'm just gonna make it a drop. Yeah, say something funny, and whatever it is, it's gonna be a drop. So make sure it's good. All
Yeah.
right, Ian, go.
Never saw them titties.
Oh, I already have that one, dude. Come on.
Never saw
I
them
think so.
titties.
Ian, what's your snack?
My snack.
He's a
Shit.
snack.
Dude, I'm a whole ass snack, bro. Damn.
By myself.
How about I don't know, Snickers? I guess I'm not like a big chip person,
It's a good snack.
but also like it's
And-
so much caramel and chocolate.
But you
Could
could
be
be
any snack.
Oh,
It
like
could be
pretzel
Slim
yourself.
Jims.
Almond
Just like a
joy?
pretzel.
without
It
a
could be
Snickers.
Funyuns.
Olives.
To plan
Mike and Ike's.
I feel like you're always buying Wegmans cookies.
Oh,
Me?
Wegmans cookies.
Yeah,
I don't know.
or is that Jake bringing those home? Someone's.
Oh, like the ones they bake.
Yeah,
Oh, those are fucking great. Yeah, those are.
that's what I mean. Like we used to kill
Yeah,
those things playing poker.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, I would take that instead. I was gonna think of like a white chocolate covered Oreo they started selling
Ooh.
again. Those are fucking great.
That'd be good.
I'm a big cookie guy, so I don't like chips.
A lot
as
of
much.
cookies.
So, but yeah,
So he's going with
I'll go
so
with
what type of cookie?
Wegmans.
What's your
Wegmans chocolate chip cookie.
okay?
Wow.
Shout out Wegmans.
It's a great
Shout out.
fucking cookie.
Other Jake.
I'm gonna take
Arm crisps.
farm
Oh.
crisp I thought about. Great snack.
Oh,
Farm crisps? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh no, not the cat piss. Oh,
Love it.
I kept on trying to love it.
I love that for you. I know. Like keto
I
and
love that
everything.
for you.
Dude, that's like one of my favorite moments when we're in the kitchen and you're like eating a bag of Parm crisps
Great.
and you're like try it and I'm like this tastes like cat food and you start laughing. You had like a mouthful and you start laughing uncontrollably. You couldn't even swallow and you're like they fucking do.
So dry.
Fucking he's on a desert island. He just wants a desert in his mouth, and he just chows on some farm
Drinking ocean
crisps.
water.
Salmon
Leaning
ocean
into the
water.
hallucinations. My actual choice is Wegmans root vegetable chips.
Ooh.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
those are good.
There's
Yeah.
variety in there. I don't know
Mhm.
what they are really, but they're tasty and they're
Tasty.
light. They're a little sharp though. Like the thing that's going to keep me from eating a lot of them and becoming unhappy with how many I'm eating is the fact that they get kind of like, if you eat too many, you're like, my mouth's getting all like cut up.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the Dorito, like Dorito.
It's like Captain
Captain
Crunch
Crunch.
of the chips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what the power move is to choose the one chip challenge, and then you just have an endless supply of those things. just fucking up your whole day.
I just want to eat a bowl full.
Just never poop solid again. On
That's
the
the-
desert island.
That's the
Those
move
are-
an alpha would take.
Those are. I remember that one day you were leaving for work.
You couldn't stop hiccuping. I walked out leaving for work, and you're on the porch just like face beat red, sweating, hiccuping, and I'm like, what the fuck, are you okay?
I'm good. It's the
You're
chip.
like, I took the one chip challenge, dude.
It's funny.
Anything hot. I hiccup so much, and I usually have good enough, like my breath control is good enough to where, like, if I have hiccups, I can usually get rid of them pretty easy. But if it's something hot and I like, unless it's until it starts to like cool down, can't control it.
Yeah, I get one hiccup when it happens. Whenever I get hiccup, I never get like consistent ones. It's just like one big hiccup where like so big and aggressive that if I was driving, I would get in a car accident. Like it's it's like
like a time bomb. Drink nothing carbonated.
yeah, but then like nothing. And it stops.
Mine are
Stuff
never
like that.
ending. They'll last for an hour or two.
Yeah, yours are bad.
Oh,
Mine are so
That's
bad.
brutal. That's brutal, man. Jake, what's your snack?
Swedish fish. I don't fucking know.
Oh,
That's a good one.
yeah.
It's not a bad. Nobody really took like a candy.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
Overwhelming flavors. We didn't really have any.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think I get like one type of snack on I guess the only snack I probably get on a regular basis is ice cream, but you can't have that on a desert island.
The milk.
well, yeah. The
And it's not
problem.
really. I mean, it's a snack, but it's more of a dessert than
A
a
store
snack.
drops it off.
I thought about Sour Patch Kids, but I'm like, the issue with that is I feel like one, I would get sick of them real quick.
Oh yeah.
Like my teeth would be fucked. And but I'm like, the thing about like Doritos is like they're not good for you, but I feel like with the carbs, like it's at least like it's a holdover snack where like I feel like something like a gummy wouldn't like hold me over. Like if I'm like, oh, I need to wait until I can hunt some food or whatever and get some fucking meat in me, I'm not gonna hold myself over with
Probably be fishing.
Sour Patch Kids.
I mean, your snack could be Slim Jims.
Oh, that actually wouldn't be a bad choice.
Pickled
But I already-
sausage.
Speaking of that, those are still in my car, Jake. By the way,
Holy, you should have brought
Yeah.
them into your house.
they were already done. They were dead. They deceased. It was hot that night. They were left overnight. I'm not fucking risking that shit.
Wrong.
What,
But-
pickled sausage?
Yeah, he left like a whole fucking brand new jar of pickled sausage in my car, but it was open.
Oh.
And yeah, I wasn't gonna mess with it.
So much salt. It's fine. It's brine.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's we'll do it. We're doing the wheel.
Do the wheel.
All right. So Rachel's got the Patreon pick, and she wants let the right one in or let me in.
Okay.
I guess we'd do. I guess we would probably do let the right one in and not let me in, unless you guys, because I looked this up yesterday. Let's see, one's on. Let the right one in is on Prime. Does everybody have Prime?
I do.
Ian,
I do.
okay, so 3 of us have Prime, so we could do that. And let me in is Max.
I have that as well.
We all have access to that.
I'll
so
figure out.
I have
why.
pretty much everything but Paramount.
yeah.
I will find a way.
Emily, where's your microphone?
I forgot that we weren't sharing a microphone.
Fucking stealing.
I'm just whispering sweet nothings in Jake's ear.
So, like I said, she wants let the right one in.
I was saying that we're about to get Paramount because Ink Master is coming out.
Oh, that's a good show.
And I want to watch it episode by episode. But we'll see.
Oh yeah, South Park's on HBO, right?
Yeah.
That's right. I thought I was on Paramount. The movies are.
the Panderverse is on Paramount.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
all
the
the movies.
specials.
Yeah, the specials.
That's so funny. That's like one of the funniest things I've seen from South Park in a while.
I'll have to watch it then.
I want to see it. Oh my
The fucking they're like they're like, who's that? That's Cartman. It's like a black woman, and everybody except for the kids are like, I buy that. And Stan's like, what do you mean? That's obviously not Cartman. All right. So Jake, yours was the green room, so you gotta change it.
Oh man.
More Nazi shit.
Oh gosh. No.
More Nazis.
No.
Do something with Nazis.
Something fruity.
Do something. Nazis.
Should have had a list. I'm trying to think. I've had some ideas and I just can't remember them.
Used to throw Wolf Creek on there a lot. Never got chosen.
Yeah, I kind of want to move on to something different. What's that one? Ooh, let's do the Blair Witch Project.
Ooh.
Nice.
I haven't seen it.
Ever?
Nope.
Really?
That's exciting.
It's
Okay.
kind of the namesake of this piece
Yeah.
in a way.
Emily, I believe yours was Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yeah, keep it. One more week. I'll change it next week. if I don't get it.
Ian, yours was the Babadook.
Yep. I'm holding strong until we watch it.
Oh
wanna
my
watch it.
god. Have you never seen it?
No. Is it good?
Oh.
It's
Have you
good.
seen it?
Yeah, it's very divisive. It's like it's probably one of the more divisive ones that's known.
Okay.
No, yeah, it's good. Ryan, yours was Jennifer's Body.
Yeah, I'm changing it.
To what?
What's that? When Evil Lurks or whatever.
Oh shit!
Ooh, nice.
Oh,
Dude, that's
that
what I
Spanish
had.
one? Or wait,
Digging
no.
Jake's.
Oh, was that yours last week? No, keep mine. If you're going to keep it on the wheel, then keep Jennifer's Body.
Can't you give it 2 though?
Jake, chase yours to Jennifer's Body.
Like, couldn't we all
Change
vote
mine
for
to
that one?
Jennifer's Body?
No. I was going to say keep mine as Jennifer's Body, and just if you're going to nominate that one.
Yeah,
Parker texted me and he wants us to review that one. So
Dude, it's
Did he like it?
yeah, he says it's fucked up.
It's 3 picks.
it
On
is
the board.
fucked up.
I would like to talk about it because I have thoughts that I haven't talked to Jake about yet about it.
Is that
Save it
Spanish
for the
movie
pod.
How about you
that you guys
How
watched?
about- Are
Yes.
you
Okay.
can nominate
Nice.
that. I'm gonna nominate his other film, I guess.
Cobweb.
Double
I know,
feature.
Terrified
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's-
we thought
it's-
about watching that.
is the one
Oh my
that
God.
the same director did. So we got 2
Oh.
Why
Spanish.
do we keep watching movies with subtitles?
So we pay attention.
We just had one that
Yeah.
didn't, though.
Yeah, that's true. This one didn't.
We're alternating.
We're
Yeah.
alternating, and good for us, you know.
Cultured. Cultured is what we are here.
Yeah.
Well, it's good for me because
Dignified
like that's typically one of the things that holds me back from watching certain films.
Yeah.
But since it's in podcast form, I'm just like I'm fine with watching some of the subtitles. So it's nice.
Well,
Full
you were
steam
playing the
ahead.
Tiger's Belly episode where that guy was recommending a bunch of like French or
Oh, yeah,
Italian. movies.
Eli Roth.
Oh, that was Eli Roth.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So for the wheel, we have Terrified, Blair Witch Project, When Evil Lurks, The Babadook, Autopsy of Jane Doe, and the Patreon pick is Let the Right One In. So let's spin this wheel.
Spinity. Weedle, 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 weedle,
It
weedle.
is Let the Right One In.
Oh, shit.
Like kind of wintry movie, you know?
Yeah.
Whose
It's a
movie is
good
that?
movie to
Let the
segue.
Right One In. It's or you can watch the American version, which is Let Me In.
Who nominated that?
Rachel.
Oh, Rachel. That's nice.
Patreon pick.
All right.
Patreon. Beep, beep, beep.
I think I'll probably watch
one in.
both because I haven't seen the Swedish one in a while.
Yeah.
And I think Let Me In is a very solid American adaptation.
Yeah.
Do you know when Let the Right One In came out? Because I want to say I
No.
watched that in like study hall in high school, but that might be an
I
anachronism.
feel like it was like 2000.
It was all a dream.
2008.
Okay, yeah, I bet I stole that in study hall and watched it on like a bad computer.
Oh, nice.
And like,
Nice, dude.
I was bored because I think I've seen most of this one, the Swedish one,
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
which that track.
It's good.
Another
Hell yeah.
fucking another vampire film for the
Yeah.
podcast.
The gang.
Oh yeah.
Our gang.
We just vampires and Nazis around here.
We love it.
Dude, we just need to find a Nazi vampire
It's an
film, and
aesthetic.
then we'll come
my
everywhere.
God.
Come buckets.
That'll be a Horrorphobia original movie that we'll make.
Mm.
It's
And
a
the
movement,
people love
guys.
You gotta say
it.
This is a
It's
movement.
not a
Like-
party, it's a movement.
you gotta say I want to suck your blood, but in a German accent, and like German Dracula. Nice one, Ryan.
I was
You
thinking
don't even
about
give us
how
time
to
to
do it.
react. He's like, yeah, fuck you guys.
I was trying to think about how to do it. I wasn't trying to laugh. You made me think.
I'm just beating you guys to the punch of telling me that I'm not funny.
I just feel like right now my balls are on
Hey, Ryan. You're not funny.
the table.
Listen, I got a tight 5 right now. Okay,
Yeah, nice tight 5.
I got a
What does
tight
that mean?
5.
A solid tight 5.
Run it.
You never had a tight 5?
What does that mean?
Mine's got a nice tight
Take
5.
Oh
five?
my
I got a
God.
tight 5.
Oh my God. The fuck?
It's so tight.
All right, thank you guys for listening. We will see you next week with let me in.
Let the Swedish one.
Let the right one in.
Let us all in.
Bye.
Bye.
Let me in.
Tight 5.
Bye. High 5.